Hello, hello, hello. I'm Lucy.
And I'm Tom, the man who has survived many airports, mostly. If you're new here, welcome to the family. We are so happy you found us. On this channel, we help you speak English every single day. We're talking real English, natural English, the kind of English you actually need in real life. And Tom, today's topic is so important for anyone who travels, especially if they're learning English.
Absolutely. It's crucial, and it's also, I have to say, very personal to me.
It is. It's very personal to Tom, and it's personal to me too, for reasons we are going to explain very soon. Let's just say, the immigration officer was not my biggest fan. And Tom, yours was an experience.
An experience is putting it mildly, Lucy. It was, let's just say, a moment of high tension and a lot of confused smiling.
Right. Okay, before we dive into all the hilarious and slightly terrifying details, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We upload a brand new English lesson every single day. So press that subscribe button right now. You will seriously thank yourself later, I promise.
You definitely will. And just a little reminder, if you're looking for the transcript, some extra vocabulary, and even a slow audio version of this lesson, just check out the join button below. It's a fantastic resource.
It really is. Okay, so, Tom, before our main conversation today, I have a question for you, but it's really a question for our listeners too.
Ooh, I'm nervous. Whenever you have a question, it usually involves me doing something embarrassing.
Well, this one definitely involves you. Here's the question. Tom went through immigration at the airport, right? The officer asked him one very simple question. Tom's answer caused a very big problem. Ugh, why are you smiling like that, Tom?
It's just, I still have feelings about this, okay? My palms are sweating just thinking about it.
He still has feelings. So, the question for you, our amazing listeners, is, what did Tom say to the officer that caused the problem? Think about it. Leave your guess in the comments below. We will tell you the answer at the very end of today's lesson. You won't want to miss it.
Trust me, it's a good one for a bad reason.
Okay, let's go. So, Tom, let's talk about our trip to Canada. You know, we were traveling together. It was a beautiful country.
Oh, Canada. Beautiful country. Absolutely loved it. I mean, the landscapes, the cities, the people, everything was amazing. Except for one tiny, very important moment.
Right. One very important moment, specifically at the airport. Okay, so we landed. We walked to the immigration area, you know, that place where the officer checks your passport and asks all those questions.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember you went first, didn't you, Lucy?
I did. And my experience was, honestly, so easy, right? The officer smiled at me. He said, "Have a great trip." He practically gave me a hug. Not true. But yes, it was very smooth, very fast. And then, Tom, it was your turn.
And then it was my turn. Oh man, so I walked up to the officer, and he was a big man, very serious face. He looked at my passport, then he looked at me, really looked at me, and he said, "What is the purpose of your visit?"
And you said?
I said, "I am here for fun."
For fun? Tom, what were you thinking?
No, I meant tourism. I meant sightseeing, you know, holiday vacation. But my brain, in that moment of slight pressure, just said, "Fun." The officer stared at me, just silence. It was the longest silence of my life, Lucy. I felt like an hour passed.
Oh, I remember. I was watching from the next line, just thinking, oh no. Then the officer, he said, "Sir, can you explain what you mean by fun?"
And I panicked. My mind went completely blank. I stammered, "Fun? Like holiday? Vacation? I like trees."
He said he likes trees. Tom, you were talking about Canadian trees to an immigration officer.
I do. I love trees. Canada has beautiful trees, that is a fact. But I suppose it wasn't the correct answer in that moment. The officer, he just shook his head, and then he called his colleague over. So, Then I had two officers looking at me, asking me to explain what I meant by fun and trees.
Oh, it was awful. You were there for what, 25 minutes?
25 minutes, Lucy! It felt like an interrogation about my appreciation for Canadian forestry. But I got through, eventually.
But you got through, that's the main thing.
I did. I finally managed to tell them I was a tourist, that I had a hotel booking, a return ticket, and then I apologized. I said, I apologize, English is not my first language. And you know what? They were actually very kind after that.
And that's actually a super important lesson, right? If you make a mistake, if you get flustered, stay calm, explain yourself clearly. The officers are not there to scare you, they just want correct information. They want to know you're not going to cause any problems.
Exactly. And please, please, for the love of all that is good, do not say, I am here for fun, unless you want a 25-minute conversation about your deep appreciation for trees. Canadian trees are worth it though, truly. They are magnificent.
All right, we get it, Tom. We'll declare our love for nature after we've passed immigration. Okay, let's talk about grammar. Because at immigration, you're going to hear a lot of questions, and you need to answer clearly and simply.
Super important. Clarity is key.
The most important grammar point today is this: answer in full sentences. Short, clear, complete sentences. For example, the officer asks, what is the purpose of your visit? A good answer is, I am here for tourism, or I am visiting for vacation. Not just one word like holiday or tourism, a full sentence.
Yes, absolutely. Subject plus verb plus reason. Simple. That's what they're looking for.
Right. Let's look at the structure. I am here for plus your reason. So, I am here for tourism, or I am here for business, or I am here to visit my family, or even I am here to attend a conference, and not I am here for fun.
Yes. Unless you also want to explain your love of trees. Lesson learned, Lucy. Trust me.
Exactly. Another grammar point that comes up a lot is officers often ask, how long will you stay? For this, use I will stay for plus your specific time. So, I will stay for 1 week, or I will stay for 10 days. I will stay for 2 weeks. Clear, simple, confident. That is your goal at immigration. You want to sound like you know exactly why you're there and how long you're staying.
Confidence, but not overconfidence. Not joking, no jokes.
No jokes. Okay, let's learn the key vocabulary and phrases for airport immigration. We have 8 super important ones today. 8 phrases, you need all of them, trust me. Tom, you needed all of them.
I certainly did. If I'd known these 8 phrases, I wouldn't have been discussing dendrology with a border agent.
Exactly. The first word is passport. Say it with me, passport. This is your official travel document, right? It has your photo, your name, your nationality. The officer will say, "Can I see your passport, please?" You hand it over and say, "Here you go," or, "Of course."
Oh my gosh, I have a story about this. One time, I put my passport in my checked bag by mistake.
Tom, you didn't!
I did! The panic, Lucy. I ran back through the entire terminal. My suitcase was already on the belt, heading to the plane. I was sweating, completely sweating. I had to beg the airport staff to get it back. It was a nightmare.
Oh my goodness. See, everyone, always keep your passport in your carry-on bag, always. That is not a suggestion, that is a rule.
It is a rule. Repeat after me. Passport. Here is my passport. Can I see your passport?
All right. The second phrase, and this is my personal favorite because of Tom, is purpose of visit. The officer will ask, "What is the purpose of your visit?" This means, why are you here? The correct answers are tourism, business, to visit family, to study, to attend an event. And remember, use a full sentence. I am here for tourism. I am visiting my family. I am attending a business conference.
And if your brain goes blank, for the love of all that is holy, do not say fun. Do not say fun. You can also say, I am a tourist. Simple, clear, perfect. Repeat after me. I am here for tourism. I am here for business. I am visiting my family.
Number 3, how long will you stay? The officer wants to know your travel dates. You say, I will stay for plus the number of days or weeks. I will stay for 5 days. I will stay for 2 weeks. I will stay for 1 month. Tom, I once met a man at the airport who said forever as a joke. The officer did not laugh.
Oh no, I can imagine. Jokes at immigration are definitely not recommended. I bet he spent a long time explaining that one.
He did. He spent 45 minutes explaining he was joking. Poor man. No jokes, everyone. Repeat after me. I will stay for 1 week. I will stay for 10 days. I will stay for 2 weeks.
All right, number 4. Where will you stay? They want your address or hotel name. Say, I will stay at the Maple Hotel in Toronto. Or, I will stay with my friend. Her name is Sarah. She lives in Vancouver. Always have your hotel booking ready, either on your phone or printed on paper. Show it if they ask.
I always screenshot my hotel confirmation. It's so helpful because sometimes the Wi-Fi isn't great or your data isn't working yet. So a screenshot is a great idea.
Absolutely. Screenshot everything, everyone. Flight, hotel, everything. Repeat after me. I will stay at the Grand Hotel. I will stay with my family. I have a hotel booking.
Number 5. Do you have anything to declare? This is a customs question. Declare means to officially report something, like food, plants, large amounts of money, things the country needs to know about. If you have nothing special, say, no, I have nothing to declare.
And if you are carrying something, be honest. Say, yes, I have some food items, or yes, I have gifts for my family. I once completely forgot I had an orange in my bag. An orange, Lucy.
An orange? What happened?
They found it in the X-ray. I didn't declare my orange. They were not happy. They took the orange, they looked at me very seriously. They let me go, but I honestly felt like a criminal for one single orange.
For one orange, always declare your fruit, everyone, always. Repeat after me. No, I have nothing to declare. Yes, I have some food. I have gifts for my families.
All right, number 6. Do you have a return ticket? They want to know you're going home. Say, yes, I have a return ticket. Or, yes, my flight back is on the 15th. Have the ticket ready to show, on your phone is fine. If you're traveling one way for a long stay, explain it clearly. I have a one-way ticket. I will return by train, for example. Clarity is your best friend at immigration.
Absolutely. Repeat after me. Yes, I have a return ticket. My return flight is on Friday. Here is my ticket.
Number 7. Are you traveling alone or with someone? Simple but important. Say, I am traveling alone, or I am traveling with my friend, or I am traveling with my family. You know, Lucy, Mark and I, we traveled together, so we said, we are traveling together.
And then the officer looked at both of you and said, so, you are together? And you both said at exactly the same time, we are colleagues.
Yes, like a comedy show at the exact same time. The officer actually smiled. That was the only smile I got from any officer that day, I swear.
It was very funny. Repeat after me. I am traveling alone. I am traveling with my friend. We are traveling together.
And number 8, my favorite phrase to hear at immigration, have a pleasant stay. This is what the officer says when you are finished, when you can finally go. You say, thank you very much. Big smile, walk away calmly, do not run.
Tom ran. He practically ran out of the airport.
I did not run. I power walked very fast. I was excited to be through. It was a long 25 minutes.
All right. Repeat after me. Have a pleasant stay. Thank you very much. Thank you. I am happy to be here.
That's the spirit.
Okay, let's quickly review today's lesson. 8 important phrases for airport immigration that will save you a lot of stress, and maybe a 25-minute conversation about trees.
Believe me, you want to avoid that conversation.
Number 1, passport. Always carry it in your handbag or carry-on. Never checked luggage. Number 2, purpose of visit. Remember, I am here for tourism.
Number 3, how long will you stay? I will stay for 1 week. No jokes about forever.
Number 4, where will you stay? I will stay at the Grand Hotel. Screenshot your booking.
Number 5, do you have anything to declare? No, I have nothing to declare, and please, declare your fruit.
Yes. Number 6, return ticket. Yes, I have a return ticket. Have it ready.
Number 7. Traveling alone or with someone. I am traveling with my friend, or we are colleagues.
And number 8, the best one. Have a pleasant stay. And you say, thank you very much. You now have everything you need for immigration. Speak slowly, speak clearly, stay calm. And if you make a mistake, it's okay. Take a breath, correct yourself. The officers are just doing their job. They're not your enemy. They just need correct information. Give it to them clearly, and you will be absolutely fine.
You really will. They just need to understand you.
Now, here is your comment challenge for today. We want you to write one sentence in the comments below using a phrase from today's lesson. For example, I am here for tourism, or I will stay for 1 week. We read every single comment. We love seeing your answers. Show us what you learned today.
Yes, please do. And make sure it's a correct one. No fun.
No fun. Okay, are you ready for the answer to our question from the beginning of the lesson? Here it comes.
This is it. The big reveal.
The question was, the officer asked Tom a simple question. Tom's answer caused a big problem. What did Tom say?
I said, I am here for fun, instead of I am here for tourism. My brain, in that moment of slight pressure, just chose the word fun. Not tourism, not vacation, fun. Like a 5-year-old at a birthday party, as Lucy always likes to remind me.
And the officer did not know what that meant exactly, so he asked more questions, and Tom panicked and started talking about trees. Canadian trees, which are, by the way, magnificent.
They are, but irrelevant in that context.
Exactly. So the big lesson, know your phrases before you travel. I am here for tourism. Practice it until it is automatic. Write it down. Say it out loud 10 times. I am here for tourism. Then you are ready. You are ready to go.
You are, and you will thank yourself for it.
Thank you so much for watching today. If you learned something new, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps our channel grow so much. And we upload a brand new English lesson every single day. So come back tomorrow. We will be here.
Take care of yourselves, keep practicing, and we will see you in the next lesson. And may all your immigration officers be kind.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.